Hello everyone, guys. Bitcoin looks like it wants to dump. What am I personally doing with my long trade? Also, what is happening with another huge bank that is currently collapsing? What is happening with Binance? And also, whether we should be going all in on Arbitrum. So we're going to talk about Arbitrum. I know I haven't been covering Arbitrum, so I'm going to cover it in this video. I'm going to tell you whether I've bought Arbitrum and where I'm going to be buying it, etc. So without any further ado, guys, if you appreciate these updates, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. You're always notified when I make a new upload. And it's a small token of appreciation. Please hit that like button, because the more likes I see, the more motivated I am to make these videos for you guys daily. And a lot of effort goes into these. So thank you very much in advance. Okay, let's just jump straight into this. We're going to move back to the chart on Bitcoin shortly. Let's just cover all the most important stuff, and then so you understand the context and my approach to the current market situation. And certainly remember, if you want an exchange that you can trust, then use my link down in the description of this video to Bybit. You can claim up to $30,000 in initial deposit bonuses. If you deposit and maintain a $100 deposit as an active trader, you'll enter automatically into a Rolex giveaway, and we, believe it or not, still have one Rolex left, because the winners end up not having $100 in their account. Then if you deposit more than $500, you'll get my famous paid crypto course for absolutely free, which you can claim inside the Discord channel, and all deposit users get access to my crypto signals community for free. Link down in the description, which is an amazing place to be. So now, first things first, an absolutely huge bank is collapsing, and that is actually Deutsche Bank. And actually Deutsche Bank's and UBS stocks, I mean UBS, we all know how big UBS is, stocks sank as the fear of European banking crisis actually returns. And here, I mean, you cannot make this shit up, guys. Deutsche Bank shares actually slump as bank decides to redeem bonuses early. I mean, does it echo anything? I mean, if it doesn't, then, I mean, you haven't been paying attention. So subscribe and hit that notification bell. Because SVB, the Silicon Valley Bank, this whole huge collapse, their employees received bonuses on the day the bank failed. I mean, just talk about, stuff like, I mean, this is so unfair, but it is what it is. And right now we're seeing Deutsche Bank doing the same thing. So is this coincidence? You actually be the judge. Now, certainly because of this whole situation of the banks still collapsing, and all of them are exposed to the same thing, long-term treasuries and the bonds that actually tanked in value because of such a huge hike in the interest rates. So banks ramp up use of new Fed facility created during the crisis. So bank crisis. So that's why we're seeing actually Fed adding more to their balance sheets. So the printer is back on. Brr, guys, this is amazing. I mean, amazing for Bitcoin. But what this whole thing means is that we are very far away. And I'm going to show you something absolutely crazy, something that nobody's talking about. So make sure to watch this video till the end. This just shows how bad the situation is, and it's not getting any better. And here is very interesting, something that is a courtesy of a friend of mine, ex-Goldman Sachs, who runs a very closed private group about investments, and I got this information from him. So here is some thoughts of Charles Henry Monchau, and he's currently, look at this chart. I'm going to explain what this chart is, and you have to watch it till the end, because, guys, this is a bit more complicated than usual, but you have to pay attention. So he's saying, is the Big Short 3.0 actually currently loading? As highlighted in several Zero Hedge articles, it seems that hedge funds are piling into the new Big Short. You remember this movie Big Short, when everything was collapsing in 2008 and 9? So those who were smart were actually piling up huge shorts. As exemplified by the recent banking fallout, the weakest links of the economy are getting hit by the 9 rate hikes by the Fed. So, and after the demise of Silicon Valley Bank and the likes, other banks, there might be a credit event looming. It is looming, of course it is. With the US commercial real estate in big trouble, the CMBS, and this is the most important part, commercial mortgage-backed securities. This got a lot to do also with the 2008. Market is getting sold off, and this market of commercial mortgage-backed securities is currently getting sold off as the entire CMBX stack is now plunging at a rate, and you can see it right here, at a rate not seen since the COVID crash, and before that the Lehman bankruptcy, 2008, 9, this whole saga, when those who shorted CMBX made billions. And as a side note, the US small bank accounts, aka the ones which are now in trouble, for 70% of the commercial real estate loans. So basically, this is just showing as to where we are at. Everybody's looking at all the wrong things. So this just shows that we are pretty much at the verge of 2008 kind of a collapse. Here is another one. More pain is headed for stocks as turmoil in the banking sector hasn't passed. So we are not buying it. And I told you, guys, don't listen to the government saying, oh, we are safe, we are great, the economy is amazing, United States. According to the Man Group CEO, Luke Ellis, so I'm not going to be reading the whole thing, but Ellis said that chaos in the banking system could last another 2 years, and small regional banks are at a higher risk of closing down. I mean, imagine how much money there is, because we've seen this already, that these smaller banks are also chasing Fed saying, please, and FDIC, please help us. And we've seen this plead for help already. A significant number of banks will not exist, guys, 12 to 14 months from now. Imagine what does this whole thing mean? Imagine how much money needs to be printed and how much liquidity is going to be going into the market to save this whole corrupt garbage system. It will be just parabolic. So we're standing at the verge of something absolutely incredible right now. Now let's move on. So this is going to be very bullish for Bitcoin. So this is all I'm trying to say right now. We're going to move to the chart shortly. So Binance, let's talk about Binance. So there was this, huge FUD that Binance spot trading actually halted due to issue on trailing stop orders. And here, initial analysis, CZ posted it, indicated that matching engine encountered a bug on a trailing stop order, a weird one, and etc. So basically it was a weird bug, and that's why the whole Binance got shut down pretty much. And the thing is, why I'm saying that the whole Binance was shut down is because I was using it on my phone because I have some money on Binance, and I was checking that all the charts, at least for me, all the charts were frozen, all the withdrawals were suspended, and I mean, and they're just saying, oh, it's all just FUD, it's all just, a small issue. Guys, a small issue? The whole Binance went like this, just the whole thing just froze. All of it. And you're telling me that this is just a small issue, a small hiccup. For me, I mean, this is how they're playing it right now. And I'm pretty sure that CZ and whoever else is, who knows the truth here, is underplaying this. Again, this could be just crazy theory of Thomas KRALOW, but I don't believe in these kinds of coincidences. Binance being so big, having some kind of a bug that just shuts down the whole thing. It feels like some kind of retribution. Somebody is attacking Binance. Then the big question is Binance safe? I'm pretty sure it is, but just in case I moved my money away from Binance into cold storage again, this is probably, not your keys, not your crypto. So that's why I'm saying, if you want to use an exchange that doesn't have any FUD about it, then again, use my link to Bybit down in the description of this video. But Binance is currently under attack, unfortunately. Are they safe and solid? I'm pretty sure yes, but somebody is really hitting them really hard. And maybe the retribution for FTX, who really knows. Now, next topic, and before we move to the chart actually to talk about all the charts about Bitcoin chart and my trade and everything else, let's talk about Arbitrum. And a lot of you were asking me, Thomas, are you buying into Arbitrum right now? So first things first, what is Arbitrum? Arbitrum is an Ethereum layer 2 scaling solution that supports smart contracts without the limitation of scalability and privacy. So basically it's an Ethereum layer 2 scaling solution. So it just is built to scale ETH, because ETH is layer 1 and basically Arbitrum is layer 2. So, and to be honest, or should we just be jumping all into it? Is this a good project? And again, I have no affiliation with Arbitrum, and I personally do think that they are a great project. Am I buying Arbitrum right now? The answer is no. Why is that the case? So let's just examine this. Am I going to be buying Arbitrum? The answer is actually yes, but not for now, and let me explain why. So Arbitrum is definitely a great project. One of the best ways to make money on Arbitrum was to do this airdrop, because they airdropped like $1 billion plus amount of tokens for those who were, in the ecosystem. So you could have actually farmed some money. So that was a good way to do this. But to pick it up from the market right now at the current price of about $1.20, in my opinion, is too early. So let me explain. Take a look at Arbitrum, and considering that it's a good project, it already is sitting at a market cap of $1.5 billion, and fully diluted one is $12 billion. So what the hell does this mean? So this means, number one, it's not as scalable price-wise as a lot of you might think, just because of the hype of Arbitrum. Never follow the hype, especially at the peak of the hype. Always be smart and compare it to its main competitor. Who is its main competitor? Again, who is big in terms of layer 2 scaling solution, and something that we actually spoke about on this channel already, and that is Optimism. And currently Optimism is actually sitting at only $700 million market cap. So Arbitrum already has the double of the market cap of Optimism, even though they are extremely similar. So is this warranted, the current market cap? quite painful, to be honest, for me to go into it. Do I believe in Arbitrum long term? Yes. So if you want this long term play, that's different. But if you are doing something a bit more short term, here is my suggestion. So my suggestion for Arbitrum currently, let me find the chart, at $1.20. I would be, and I will personally, it's hard to actually even show anything. So anyway, I'm going to be going into Arbitrum at below $1. So yeah, I cannot really even show it. So basically, I would suggest, again, not financial advice, I'm going to be going in a little bit at $1 and also at 80 cents. And if it goes lower than 80 cents, this is where I would really buy into it. So this is where the market cap would become, in my personal humble opinion, a lot more reasonable. So this is just my take on Arbitrum. Certainly exercise proper risk and money management. Now guys, moving to Bitcoin real quick. And for now, we're still holding solid. And I still have my long trade open over on Bybit, which is a $500,000 long trade, which is racking in $64,000 in profits. It's less profits than it was just recently. It was like $80,000 in profits, but I'm still not closing it. Why? Well, I've just explained exactly why. Look at all these things. Look at these articles that about commercial mortgage-backed securities and everything we're seeing right now. So certainly, I mean, you could scream at me in the comments saying that, Thomas, if everything crashes, so will Bitcoin. Guys, not necessarily. Look at the decoupling between S&P 500 right now and Bitcoin. Bitcoin is outperforming S&P. So there is a chance, I'm just saying that I'm going to be this Bitcoin degen and say that because of banking system collapsing, and if the collapse is going to continue, it's going to be continuing because of the banks actually, that they're going to actually keep collapsing. So it will take down the S&P, but a lot of people are going to be exiting into crypto, and where they're going to be exiting into Bitcoin. So I don't really believe in a huge price dump, even if everything going to crash hugely. I think that Bitcoin will probably maybe retest 25K, maybe 20K. So in this case, I will leave my long trade. But in general, if we look at the technicals right now, so this is just my understanding. That's why I'm just sharing it with you. Right now, we're actually standing, we actually broke below this flag that I showed you. I was really hoping it's going to break to the upside, but for now it broke to the downside, and we're still being supported by this purple line. So what is this purple line? The purple line is basically this wedge right here that we have, and we broke above, we retested it from below, we went up, and now we're testing it again. And the reason why actually I think that this whole break to the downside here happened, it was because of Binance and this whole FUD of Binance. So, and if this FUD is gone and Binance is actually safe and no crazy news comes out, maybe we will actually return back to the same price. So, you know, remove this whole Binance FUD. So for now, for this reason, we're actually standing at a very important support of this purple line, which again, technical analysis is beautiful. Guys, you want to learn it, go to thomaskralow.com and learn how to do it properly. So if we do break below this purple line, then our next target will be, the next major support will be at 25,000. This is where I believe was my actual entry price, 24,200. So I would even then, even if we're going to break lower and retest it as a, you know, healthy correction, so to speak, or maybe following the fallout of S&P 500, I would still keep it and then reevaluate the situation. But we're still actually are in the uptrend because we're still being supported here. So, well, before we break below this purple line, I would suggest to just stay strong. And guys, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Check out this quick tutorial as to how to trade Bitcoin with proper risk and money management. And as always, peace and love. Thomas KRALOW. Stay smart, stay rich, join Bybit. Links down in the description, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.